So we're talking about how you can do to help to help darcs develop sort of go faster, right? And one of the things you can do, even without being some kind of great Haskell hacker or whatever, is really to participate in the community. There's a lot of kinds of jobs that you could help us to do, which would help us to make a lot of progress. Um, but more generally, what we need help thinking about is this so-called day job problem, where basically uh, there isn't enough dark hacking time. There's a phenomenal amount of work to do. There's just only so many hours in a day. What can we do to solve this? Well, there's a couple of things that we've been looking into. We've been recently we've been participating a lot more in the Google Summer of Code, and this has been really helpful. Necessarily not necessarily because it helps us get work done in itself, which it does. I mean, as you saw in this talk, a lot of our recent performance improvements were the result of Summer of Code projects, and there's also some reliability work that was done by one of our Summer of Code students, Adolfo Buiz. Um, and but really the main thing that the Summer of Code project allows us to do is to basically to help us to improve our visibility as a project, and also to bring developers into the community, right, and train them up and hopefully turn them into long-term dark hackers. That's the hope. Um, but we could also, maybe if you have students who want to do projects, long-term projects on open source, particularly Haskell students, maybe we could think about doing things with darcs, or arrange to have some kind of interns, or maybe somebody in the ecosystem could somehow find a way to contribute. Okay, so that kind of thing would be really helpful. Now, if you really don't have any time to give us at all, right? And I understand this happens. I mean, we all have our various passions and our day jobs as well, right? If you don't have time, you could send us a little. You could send a little money our way. We do accept donations. We are very enthusiastic members of this thing called the Software Freedom Conservancy, the SFC. The SFC are absolutely great to provide sort of an infrastructure that allows open source projects like us to do things like accept donations and hold on to like the darcs.net domain name. The Software Freedom Sea are sort of a really wonderful enabling mechanism for open source. So thanks to SFC, we can accept donations through our website, darcs.net donations HTML. Here's what the site looks like, either through PayPal or Google Checkout. The thing that we would basically use donations for, the main use we have for donations right now are to send people to darcs hacking sprints. So these are the little hackathons that we have twice a year, which allow us to build the darcs community, right? Allow darcs developers to really get to know each other on a personal level, which makes it a lot easier to interact, because it's a lot easier to see where somebody's coming from if you've met them before, and you sort of like know the way that they talk and the way that they sort of look at things, the way that they interact on a personal level, right? And if we do find ourselves at the point where we have where we can't use all our donations for travel, where basically we have more travel money than we can use. Things that we would like to look at maybe are to acquire some hardware for darcs development. Particularly, one of the issues we have now is we have sort of Mac OS performance problems, where darcs goes really fast on Linux in some cases, but somehow not nearly as fast on Mac OS. So maybe getting some kind of dedicated darcs hardware would be useful in the long term. If we are sort of graced with really massive amounts of donations, right? One of the things we could think about and think very carefully about, because this is very dangerous to do as an open source project if you're not careful about it, is to find a way to sort of fund our developers to work on darcs a little bit. Now, why this is dangerous, of course, is that you want to really we really care deeply about this sort of open source community spirit, and we want and for all of us, darcs is very much a labor of love. So we want to sort of keep that kind of thing alive, right? But maybe if there's a way that we can somehow partially solve the day job problem, we'll sort of snap it up. So again, I really want to stress this, right? excuse me, sorry about that. I really want to stress this. We're not so much interested in your money. Yes, it does help a little bit. What we really need from you as the darcs community, the Haskell community, is your time. We need a lot of help to do things. Um, and I think it's really worthwhile for you to join this community. I mean, it's we're all so right now there's a handful of us. There's maybe about 10 of us who are active and not all at the same time, but it's great because we're all very different people. We all come from different cultures, different very different attitudes to darks development, and we're all sort of like in this together, trying to build this really great thing, right? And it would be wonderful if you could join us. So thanks for watching so far, and if you would like to know more, you can visit us at darcs.net. Thank you.